So you probably work your ass off during the week. You hit your workouts, you're on point with your diet, and you're focused on your goal. But for some reason, as soon as Friday night hits, it's just like all of your discipline and your ambition to reach that goal fades into thin air, and you just start giving into whatever your body wants. And then by the time it's Sunday, you've had 5 takeout meals, 8 beers, and who knows how many random snacks here and there. And that's exactly why you're stuck and not able to reach your weight loss goal. So in this video, I'm going to give you a strategy that you can go into your weekends with that's going to allow you to still enjoy yourself without canceling out all of your hard work from the week before, because honestly, that just sucks and it really doesn't have to be that way. So first off, I just want to give you a quick and simple analogy to help you understand this, because if you can understand this, even just the basics of how you should approach your weekends, it's going to make it so much easier for you to make better decisions in the future, which will ultimately help you get to your goals a lot easier. So let's say you earn $100 a day and you want to save as much money as possible. Now, obviously you have to spend some money on living expenses. So let's say you're able to save $50 a day. So from Monday to Friday, you've saved $50 each day. So you save up $250. But then for some reason, every Friday night till Sunday evening, you're just like, I'm going to spoil myself and just do whatever I want. Do you think you're actually going to be able to save up money? No, because if over the weekend you go to the mall and you buy all the nicest things without even looking, and you spend money as if there's no cap to your bank account, it's going to be very easy for you to outspend the $250 that you saved up from Monday to Friday. And it's exactly the same thing with your diet. You can work very hard from Monday to Friday, eat a good diet, train very hard, but if you let go from Friday evening to Sunday evening, you're gonna outspend yourself. Okay, unfortunately, it's a lot easier to out eat your good training. So you have to be conscious of what you do over the weekends. So now that you have a better understanding of how that actually works, let me give you 3 things that you can go into your weekends with that's going to help you stay on track without being completely boring and not being able to enjoy yourself, but also without canceling out all of your hard work from the week before. So the first thing, and I would say this is probably the most important thing, is just to roughly plan out your weekend. Okay, give yourself 1 to 2 meals where you know, okay, this is going to be a bit more of a cheat meal. If you just go into your weekends not having any plan or structure at all, it's so hard to stick to anything healthy, because you can tell yourself, I'm going to go in, I have enough discipline, I'm going to use my own good judgment and stick to my healthy meals as much as possible. It's probably not going to happen because you don't have any boundaries even inside of your own head. No one needs to set boundaries for you, but if you don't have your own boundaries in your head, how do you know when enough is enough? So if you know lunchtime on Saturday is going to be more of a cheat meal, it's so much easier to pace yourself, because if you wake up Saturday morning and there's a block of chocolate on the kitchen counter, it's much easier for you to tell yourself, you know what, not right now, I'll wait until lunch. Where if you didn't have that, you would have definitely had a block of chocolate, and then probably lunch you would have had another one, and then later after lunch another one. Where if you know I have one cheat meal or one meal where I can let myself go a bit more, it's a lot easier to say no to temptations when it's not time for your cheat meal yet. It's kind of like going to the gym with versus without a workout plan. If you have a workout plan, you can be a lot more efficient. You know exactly what to do and you can pace yourself. Where if you don't have a workout plan and you just go into the gym not knowing what you really want to do, it's a lot harder to tell yourself one more rep or one more set, and you're just not going to be as efficient. So that's the first thing. The second thing is try to stick to as many of your good habits as possible. If you let go of all of the good habits that you do throughout the week, you're basically signaling to your brain that it's time to just let go completely. Where if you still do as many of those healthy habits as possible, I can promise you, you're not going to be as prone to eat a bunch of unhealthy things and do a bunch of unhealthy things. If you wake up, still drink a bunch of water, still maybe go for a walk, still follow most of your healthy habits, get protein early in the day, it's going to be a lot easier for you to stick to a healthy diet. It's not just because you're actually doing healthier habits, it's also because you're signaling to your brain that you still have control. But if you just let everything else go, you're basically telling your brain, it's free, like we can do whatever we want. we're not following anything anymore, there's no discipline, there's no dedication, nothing. But if you still stick to as many of the habits as possible, like drinking water, getting protein, getting some exercise, getting sunlight, all of your healthy habits, you're telling your brain, I'm still in control, I'm still doing all of these healthy things, so we're not going to go completely overboard just because it's weekend. And then the third one, and this is a very simple one, but it's very powerful, is just start your mornings right. Okay, if you wake up and the first thing you do is not aligned with what you actually want to do, it's so easy to just go down with the rest of your day. But if you wake up and you drink a glass of water and you maybe, I don't want to, like, you don't have to go on a walk or do push-ups, but if you just start your morning off well instead of starting it on a bad note, it's so much easier to stick to what you said you were going to do for the rest of the day. I'm not saying you can't have a cheat meal. I'm not saying you can't have a block of chocolate or whatever. I'm just saying if you start off your morning breaking a promise to yourself or doing something unhealthy that you don't usually do, you're making it very hard for yourself to stick to the healthy things for the rest of the day. Where if you start off with something healthy or good or in alignment with where you want to go, you start the day off on a good note and you just have this mindset of, I got control of my day. I have control for the rest of my day as well because I started off well. So those are the 3 things I suggest you do when you go into your weekends. They are not magic. Okay, it still comes down to your own discipline and your own dedication. But I can guarantee you, if you do all of these, it's going to be easier for you to stay on track. If you plan out your week, you set yourself specific cheat meals and then you stick to that. You start your mornings off well and you stick to as many of your healthy habits as possible, it's going to be a lot easier for you to keep control, because that's basically what happens over a weekend, right? You lose control. You feel like you don't have control anymore. It's a lot harder for you to say no to chocolate or to whatever it is that's not in alignment with your goal. Where if you do these things, you're signaling to your brain that you are still in control and that you are allowing yourself to eat unhealthy instead of you can't control yourself. So take action on this. It's going to help you a lot. And then you can finally stop canceling out your week's hard work and start seeing some progress. I hope this video helped. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I would appreciate a like if it helped. And I'll see you in the next video, guys.